The Enduring Design Masterclass is a unique opportunity for Australian architecture students to learn about those aspects of architecture and architectural production that have stood the test of time, that have sustained our society over many generations.
It's a collaboration between Prince's Trust Australia and the University of Queensland. The Masterclass is a unique tertiary level program here in Australia. It's designed to provide architecture students with a hands-on grounding in the diverse building traditions of Australia, and also to teach those principles of enduring design which have stood the test of time.
Across this program, students engage in a whole range of activities, including everything from learning how to be a stonemason on site, to looking at archival drawings and collections.
We are doing workshop. So first one is measure drawing about the Milton Church, and in the afternoon we're doing some live drawings.
During that course, they sort of force you through engage with the smallest details, and you start to realize how sometimes there is a world of details within the simplest things, such as a column. When it comes to timber workshop, we looked at mortise and tenon joineries and how they fit together, and the amount of craft that's necessary to actually create these joints.
It's kind of really different from the other courses I took. You can't believe like a small bracket can hold two massive timber together.
It was very intensive, physically intensive, so you're not used to sawing, you're not used to using the tools, but it's been really good to actually be hands-on. It's not very often you actually get to play with timber, large-scale timber, masonry. It's really good to be able to get out of behind the books and sort of get that different dimension.
And the next day is the stonemason.
When I'm seeing someone else doing it, it's like, I think, okay, I can do it by myself. But when I've started to put my hands on the mallets and chisels, it's just like my stone just falling into pieces. But finally, I actually did one that is okay, I think.
The stonemason, he obviously knows how to teach us very well, so he was very engaging and helped us step by step sort of go through the whole entire process. It gives you kind of an appreciation, I guess, for the craft that it really is. So we as architects sit behind a desk and we specify all of this stuff, but you don't necessarily know how much work goes into it. It also gives you this nice appreciation of how many different styles there are and how putting those more traditional methods forwards can actually be more beneficial in the long run and have those enduring principles that we're learning about.
And next it would be the Indigenous workshop, which introduced us the idea of country, right? And lots of documents, lots of entities and companies say different things about it, but Peter summarized it fairly decently. He just said it's home, right? It's the sense of connection, of belonging to a certain place.
Well, it was great sitting with Uncle Peter because he kind of went through the heritage and the history, and it's one of those things where as architects and as designers we won't know everything to do with their culture and their history, but engaging with them and learning with them through all of the steps, and it's just like a continuing relationship that we need with our Indigenous people.
The lessons they learn from the past are the ones that they will need and the profession will need to guide the future. A future where we will be more cognizant of the perspectives and knowledges of First Nations people, and one where the journey towards net zero will be linked to the way in which we can best use existing buildings and adapt them to future needs.
The real-world pressures of climate change and increasing population density mean we need to come up with new ideas, new solutions on how to build better and build a more sustainable future. Of course, some of those solutions actually come from our past. Traditional design and trades offer us an exciting opportunity to tap into the best lessons from the past, to bring them forward, to integrate those lessons with contemporary design to help build more sustainable places.
It just makes me think about more practical ways of doing architecture.
I definitely think you should continue it. It's something that's so invaluable in life, and especially for our degrees going forward. It's something that we all need to learn, and it's something that you don't necessarily know you need to learn until you actually have learnt that sort of thing.
Enduring design. It may sound like it's about making things durable and make it last longer, but it doesn't necessarily imply that it needs to be strong. It also needs to really resonate within the minds of everyone, really. Personally, I reckon that's a more important aspect of what it means for a thing to be enduring.